Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new TJ's The World According to Wrestling. I'm your host, TJ Wiggins. And, of course, as you know, as today's Thursday, I'm here to talk to you about Monday Night Raw, NXT, and AEW Dynamite. So, why not? I'm not here going to waste your time, and let's get started. Raw, of course, had a 20-minute promo as usual. Orton comes out there. The normal stuff, how, he walks alone, he takes what he wants, all that crap. And he talks about the three most devastating letters in sports entertainment as RKO, when as a matter of fact they're WWE, because they fucking killed the wrestling business. It's just so sad to see what they've done to the wrestling business. But then, of course, Styles and Almost comes out there. They do a bunch of bullshit, jabbing at the mouth about, how they're a better tag team and how Orton couldn't even keep a tag team partner. And Riddle comes out there. And, he's trying to pep talk Orton and saying, they're great, they could be partners or whatever. And he accepts the match between Riddle and AJ Styles. And that happened, immediately afterwards, after they came back from commercial. It's okay. Orton came back. He went to the back. Almost is still out there. I spent the entire match just waiting for him to interfere. Because, that's what always happens. But, Riddle just let himself get distracted. Because Almost really didn't do anything this time around, as opposed to last week. And, Styles hits him unaware and hits him with a Styles Clash for the victory. Another thing is, had Cross versus Rhea Ripley. And guess who shows up? Charlotte. I am totally surprised. Because, they can't have a fucking match or an interview or a promo without somebody interrupting. But anyways, nothing really happens. Rhea Ripley beats Cross with the Riptide. Thanks for coming, Nikki Cross. You're only just the women's champion. So why the fuck do you keep getting beaten? This is so ridiculous. This is just a goddamn fucking transitional champion anyways. Because they had this to fucking take the belt off of Rhea Ripley, gave it to Charlotte, to take it off of Charlotte, to give it to Cross. And I think Rhea Ripley is going to win. I think she's going to win the triple threat match. And I don't know if this was for one segment or, for the rest of the time, but Morrison has his own goddamn TV show called Moist TV, which is fucking stupid as hell. He called The Miz out there, and Morrison questions The Miz. They're teasing possible dissension between the ranks about, The Miz lying to Morrison about his injury. And, Priest comes out there, and Priest demands a match against The Miz, and they're there. But Morrison actually walks out on Miz right at the end. And then Priest beats Miz. Further teasing the tension. And then later on in the night, we have a match against Orton. But later on during the match, right at the end, Styles gets almost DQ'd when Styles starts kicking and beating up Riddle on the outside. Orton comes in and makes the save. And apparently, they're back together again. But for how long, I'm not sure. And for the final thing is Goldberg. He comes out, he acknowledges his son, MVP and Lashley come out. They start talking and all that shit. Lashley talks about how he's going to beat Goldberg, how he's going to destroy him, and how Raw is his place. Lashley tries to attack Goldberg unaware, but Goldberg hits a spear. Which, they're doing an alright build. It's just, we all know who's going to win. Lashley's going to win. It's just a matter of are they actually going to have a match, or is he just going to be squashed? In my opinion, is he's just going to be squashed. Next, we go on to NXT. Kushida wasn't cleared to wrestle, so we had Ilya Dragunov going up against Roderick Strong. And by God, this was an awesome match. It was fantastic between two workers that knew what the fuck they were doing. Not doing a bunch of flashy bullshit. This is fantastic. And the match started off with headlocks. There was actually headlocks in the match. That was fantastic. But Ilya beat Strong. Ilya got busted open. I didn't even see what the hell happened to him. But he was just bleeding blood like a stuck pig. Next we have a great hype package with Cole and O'Reilly. I totally believe that's going to be a great match. Heard rumors about Cole leaving. His contract may be expiring. I know he had a meeting with Vince. My thing is that if O'Reilly beats Cole, Cole is leaving. But if Cole beats O'Reilly, then he's staying. That's just my thoughts. After that, we had a mixed tag match, which Andy Hartwell proposed to Dexter Lumis, and he accepted. To me, that's kind of ridiculous. Why? Because isn't he supposed to be portraying a serial killer? Why would you want to marry a serial killer? I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. And next, we had a semifinals of Duke Hudson and Carmelo Hayes. I would have rather seen Hudson win, because then they would have had a babyface and a heel going against each other in the tournament finals. But instead, you're going to have two babyfaces, so that's going to be hard of who's going to cheer who. Unless one of them plans on turning heel. Which, honestly, wouldn't be surprised at this point. We had the main event match was MSK versus Imperium. To me, it was a clash of styles. I personally like Imperium. Walter comes out to runs interference, but Ilya cuts him off. MSK beats Imperium, which is fucking ridiculous. I mean, they can't fucking wrestle. All they do is just goddamn fucking backflips and cartwheels and all kinds of other bullshit. I mean, of course they'd beat the team that can actually fucking wrestle. But after that, we had a promo with Joe calling out Cross. Cross comes out. Of course, fighting ensues. The barricade gets broken. Which people were like, oh my god, how this could happen? But the thing is that a barricade gets broken damn near every show now. So why not have it... Why not cool off on that for a fucking long ass time and then do it instead of having it doing every fucking show? Because it nullifies the effect on every show a goddamn barricade gets broken. I think that they needed to cool that the fuck off. But AEW starts with what was supposed to be a promo from Moxley and Kingston, but they were jumped from 2.0, which is formerly Ever-Rise. I wish they would fucking quit rising up, because they fucking suck. But they call out Darby Allin and Sting, which sets up their tag match. And Sting, a 60-year-old man with a supposed bad neck, gets power-bombed through a table. And he gets right back up. It doesn't sell it. What the hell? That is stupid. That's absolutely ridiculous. But Sting hits a double Scorpion Death drop to both 2.0 and Darby Allin gets the pin. Next we have Sammy Guevara versus Shawn Spears. It was alright until goddamn Spears hits Guevara with a Death Valley driver to Guevara onto the goddamn guardrail and he kicks out. No, I'm sorry, that was the opposite. Guevara hits Spears with a Death Valley driver onto the guardrail. Then he rolls him into the ring and hits a 360 splash just for him to fucking kick out. The finish was that he picks Spears up and hits him with the Kenichi driver and gets the win. You mean to tell me that going through a goddamn supposed to be steel guardrail and hit his actual finishing move on him is not good enough for him to win? Dude, they have no fucking clue how to book a goddamn match. Next after that, we had another tag match with the Dumb Fucks and Jurassic Express for the tag belts. This was a fucking train wreck from the start with these two goddamn clowns. The Dumb Fucks. You know, everybody of Omega's group comes out except for Omega, which, you know, goddamn screams angle alert to me. He's going to be showing up later on in the match in one way or the other. Jungle Boy finally got a hot tag for once. They finally taught somebody how to do a hot tag. It's not the fact that you got a tag, it's the fact are the chants feeling it? Are they cheering? Whether or not you're actually put in jeopardy as to whether or not this tag was the last ditch effort to save your life, which is what a hot tag is actually supposed to be. But later on in the match, Omega comes out and hits Stunt with the chair. Brings the chair into the ring. While Gallows and Anderson are fucking distracting the referee outside. After Jungle Boy kicks out of one Meltzer driver, they get him up there again and hit him with another one through the chair, and that's what causes them to win. That is so goddamn stupid. What's supposed to be the Meltzer driver, which is an assisted tombstone pile driver, was not good enough to beat him. So instead, they had him do it again, but put through a chair, and that's what supposedly beat him. It's absolutely stupid. And after that, they start attacking Jurassic Express, which, you know, of course causes Christian to come out there and try to make the save. What the numbers game was just too much for him. And he got his ass beaten as well. But, you know, they're still going to continue that program for the Impact belt and hopefully for the AEW belt as well. Hopefully Cage can fucking take it off Omega and then we actually have a fucking competent wrestler for once as the AEW champion. Next, we had a match between Thunder Rosa and Penelope Ford. And Thunder Rosa, she is fucking beautiful. She's a tremendous wrestler. She's a shooter. She's a great worker. But me and the crowd just wanted to see Rosa just hit her with her finisher and get the win and get the fuck out of there. Because whenever Thunder Rosa was on offense, the crowd cheered. But whenever Penelope Ford was on offense, the crowd was dead silent. They did not give a shit. But thankfully, Thunder Rosa, you know, caused Penelope Ford to tap out. That way we can get the fuck out of there. Go do something else. And now for the main event of the evening was Jericho versus MJF. I thought this match really should have been for a pay-per-view. But, AEW has a very bad habit of hot-shotting shit just to get a TV rating for 1 week. Which, sooner or later, all these surprises, big matches, surprise signings, they're going to get old. Sooner or later, there's not going to be anybody left to sign. But I guess they're doing what they can while they can. But, the crowd wasn't completely into this. They were rocking from the get-go. They fucking took their forever long time to sing Jericho's song due to MJF's stipulation that they can't have his music. It goddamn was about, I'd say, 15, 20 seconds before they actually started singing in the first place. I think Jericho had to prompt them. But more than likely, I think AEW had to prompt some cue cards out there to tell the audience what they had to do. And you could tell that Jericho's cutting corners to not be as physically involved in the match as what he's supposed to. He didn't even fucking step and lean into his clotheslines that he was giving in the corner to MJF. When he goes to somebody and tosses somebody for the Irish whip, he doesn't step with them. He just stands flat-footed and just flings them off. And we come to a part of the match right here at the finish where the match is completely fucking stupid. Because see, Jericho hits MJF with a baseball bat right in his chest. And MJF recovers in about 4 seconds. You mean to tell me that it's supposed to be crush his sternum and he's perfectly fine after just being hit with a baseball bat? Let me hit a motherfucker with a baseball bat. I don't give a fuck where I hit him. It's going to get fucking broken and he's not going to be fucking fighting me for the rest of the match. It's fucking ridiculous. Then MJF gets his armbar. He's been working the arm for the entire match. And he hooked at his armbar the salt of the earth like 2 or 3 times already in the match. But this time, he fucking taps out. Who knows if this ends the feud or not? Jericho keeps losing to MJF. Why the fuck are they continuing this feud, especially now? I guess they're going to have to continue it. Because goddamn, Spears and Guevara are going at each other. And I'm pretty sure FTR and Santana and Ortiz, they have a match next week. This is another feud that will never die. But hey, at least I get to see MJF. He's fucking fantastic. He's tremendous. But, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Thank you for listening, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below what you think of me and what you think of all the shows. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.